All right, it started. Oh, you okay? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of. It's a new episode, and it's called MWM Movie Mania, and it's one of my dreams. Getting together and talk about just movies. So that's what this whole series is about, MWM Movie Mania, and it's a pilot episode. So we are joining along with Akshay and Bhargav, and we're gonna just talk about movies basically. So that's what the whole series is about. And thank you for watching MWM. I'm Maddie Dawson. You're watching MaddiE with MaddiE. It's a free YouTube TV. You don't have to subscribe. Okay, we will just jump into it directly. Uh, yep, they're already on the call, and Bhargav is floating vertically. Bhargav, you're floating vertically, man.
Dude, turn the screen. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, I'll just disable my stream video and come back because I'll be anyhow. Or maybe I'll disable Zoom video, okay? You can't see me, but just keep talking. Mm, uh, yep, okay. Uh, yeah, guys, so as discussed, we'll start with the first one. First topic is what's your favorite action movie. So if you're comfortable, you can go into the technicalities, but as an audience, when you watch that movie, which is your favorite action movie, and when you watch that movie, what impressed you basically as an audience. So then as a filmmaker, if you want to expand it, you're free to do it. So yeah, basically answer this question. Let's start with Bhargav.
Hi. So my favorite action film that I can think is
Hey,
Kill Bill.
sorry, yeah, sorry. First, I wanted to introduce you guys because those who are watching this video first, they need they need an introduction for you guys. Yeah, so Bhargav Kumar R, you guys know he's a very familiar face in MWM because almost in all the movies he's part of in some department, right? So dubbing or villain, mostly acts with our acts in most of our movies, but yeah, almost all the movie project, you would come across Bhargav. So he's the owner of Shoot Studios. So I'll just show it to the audience because it's I need to expose this channel, right? Yeah. So Shoot Studios is a similar channel specifically for short movies, and it's available on YouTube. It is also free YouTube TV. So he's the owner of YouTube TV Shoot Studios. So do check it out. And he has been collaborating with MWM many times, and even the next movie is going to play a major role, and that is Bhargav Kumar R. So he has similar passion to make movies, good movies. And next is Akshay Varnekar. So he's a future star of MWM. So until now, he has not acted in any of the movies from MWM. But if he had followed Shoot Studios, you would have come across, Akshay. So he's part of the Real Heist movie, which was released a couple of months ago, and he carried the whole film on his shoulders. It's a comedy film. People liked it, so do check it out. It's available again in Shoot Studios. Real Heist 4 months ago. Do check it out. And yeah, thank you guys, Bhargav and Akshay, for joining this stream. This is the first stream, and one more special achievement is the 200th video for MWM since it launched.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm happy that this particular stream is fulfilling the 200th video because this is something I wanted to do. From long time, and you guys know that the book Monday's book stream is also confirmed. So there we are going to talk with a couple of other buddies, and I was wondering, I thought maybe movies could have been the first one, so you have fulfilled me that request. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so now we can start the episode. Yeah, Kill Bill, you said Kill Bill, right? Yeah, go ahead, Bhargav.
Yeah. So until Kill Bill, I don't think I've seen an action film which is taken that way. Of course, there is Pulp Fiction and stuff, but this was like what do you call crazy, weird, and also artistic. So Kill Bill is one such movie, especially where she'll try to kill a single mom, and they wait for when the kid comes. They are silent, and then they start fighting. All these things are new. I don't think I've ever seen such kind of choreographed action sequences and everything. It was so well made that it's slow, it's silent. There is no extravagant BGMs and everything, but still it's great. So I don't know. It's just one of the greatest
So you were
films.
overwhelmed with the choreography of stunts, I guess. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And the
it's
blood. I don't think anybody would have spent that much of blood for a film as a whole. Probably buckets of blood they would have used.
yeah. It is a
And
hardcore.
it's not.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's not. You won't feel that it's too much. You like it, right? You like when you see the frames.
Hmm.
So that's how why it's big because probably it broke a lot of stereotypes, a lot of rules that they usually follow. Probably because of that, it's so good and different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like it is inspired by a lot of Chinese kung fu movies.
Correct.
Like the ones that were coming out during that time, like Jackie Chan or
Mm.
yeah,
Bruce
those
Lee.
type of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And there are only few female actors I think who performed such kind of action sequences. Probably now there are many. When Kill Bill came, I think it was very few, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, on that point, actually, I've seen one of the interviews where Quentin Tarantino says that it was a dedication to all those movies that he watched during his, what do you say, when he worked in the video store and during his childhood. He had seen a lot of Japanese and Chinese action revenge movies. And this was just a dedication to all those movies that he watched. Yeah, it's a hardcore. You don't feel like an American movie. Hardcore,
Yeah.
yeah. Hardcore fight sequences everywhere, and every 5 minutes you'll have a fight sequence. Yeah, and I think
Even the
yeah, yeah,
first shot is also like so different, right?
yeah.
It's
So
not a
the
Hollywood film.
wedding scene, yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, what do you say? It was actually shot in one go and released as two movies, I guess.
Mhm.
Volume
Yeah.
Oh,
one.
really?
That's what.
Yeah, yeah. They took it in one shot, like Lord of the Rings and all. So they took it in one shot and they released in two volumes.
By the editing, they.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was so long, I guess.
I didn't know that.
That's why they released in two volumes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Akshay, what's your favorite action movie?
Hey, my favorite movie is Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay.
So, I mean, that was like when I went to the theater, I was actually feeling like I'm in the desert. Actually, I'm in that movie scene. Like, it is shot so well, the camera work and the music, everything. Like, you feel like you're in that scene. So, that way, I really like that movie. So, yeah. And also, Charlize Theron's acting also is very good. And yeah, Tom Hardy's acting also. Yeah, very good.
I haven't watched it, but are there a lot of
You
fight?
haven't watched it?
No, no. I mean, but you can walk
Oh
me
my
through.
God.
No.
You can
Hey,
walk.
definitely watch.
Yeah, even
Yeah,
you can walk me through it.
but
Like, are
but
there?
actually, I think in movie theater, it looks like you need to watch it in movie theater. It will not give it the justice, if you watch it in at home.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, but he has a
like,
good setup, so yeah, it'll look good.
yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Are there
Hey,
any? I
and,
mean,
and and also there are a lot of sequences with huge vehicles, and most of them are custom made, and they
Yeah,
shot it in real. It's not CG. It's just enhanced with the set. There's a lot
right,
of real
right.
time action sequence, and like it's like crazy action sequences. You can't
Actually,
even
it's
imagine
like
such
very
an action.
raw. It's like very raw,
Yeah.
raw movie. Like
more.
Suddenly,
I
one guy
heard
will
they're
come with a
very,
guitar with fire coming out of it.
yeah,
It's just
yeah, yeah,
there is no end for their imagination. Seems like so they
exactly.
have just done everything that they could.
So I'm curious
Yeah.
here. Which is more Kill Bill or Mad Max?
Mad Max
It's
because it's
subjective.
new.
It's subjective,
Yeah.
I guess.
Story wise, Mad Max is not as
No,
intense as Kill
not
Bill, but
by story.
visually
Just
visually Mad
just
Max is
just just go by action sequences. So which is more raw?
Mad Max. I would say Mad Max.
Oh,
Yeah, Mad Max,
then I need to watch this.
definitely.
So I have seen some trailers and super scenes. So there are a lot of fight sequences in the deserts. Is it?
It's
Only the
mostly
fight
like
sequence.
chasing. Some guy will be out there in the desert, and the whole some tribal people they'll be chasing him. Okay, the whole movie is about chasing only. So the whole movie is only about action. It's like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For me,
There was my colleague my other colleague suggested Mad Max, and after he watched next day, until 1 week he was asking, "Can you suggest a movie like that?" But he couldn't find any other movie like that.
yeah, you should
Actually,
watch.
there
Just
are
do
like
watch it.
old versions of that movie. In 1980s they were shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't watched them. But this one I really love.
Mm.
Good. Uh, yeah, for me it is the Matrix. So Matrix,
Oh yeah.
because it's out of the box, right? They introduced stop motion, and to witness, we have seen a lot of action sequences before that, and good choreography of stunt sequences in all the previous movies. But Matrix did something new. They showed us the bullet time of how people react in the an actual fight scene. That's what impressed me. And it's not like story wise also you can talk about it in long duration, but the action sequences especially, it was one of the highlights of the movie, because of which it attracted a lot of audience in that time. And yeah, the main reason for me is bullet time. Watching it as an audience, you watch something new. And again, it was one of a kind experience that you need to watch it in theater, and with all those enhanced BGM, and concept itself, it gives a good thing like bullet time. That's I think Matrix was the one which introduced slow motions in Hollywood, and it was a trendsetter. Before that, we haven't had slow motions. Nowadays we see a lot of slow motions, but imagine in the 90s, one movie having action sequences in slow motion, and all those
Yeah.
bullet travel time and the graphics involved in that, how the bullet travels. That was like something, you're learning about atoms and electrons and neutrons for the first time. I felt like that. So that is the one thing. And yeah, Kill Bill is also in my list, but it is definitely not first. So Kill Bill also, I was like blown away. So the first time I got home theater setup, I think Sony, right? So I had fixed it all myself, like all the speakers on the walls. And first movie I watched is Kill Bill. And the amount of sound you got from the home theater sound, and the way they could come up with a story. If you are talking about Kill Bill, you need to talk about both the action scenes and the story, right? So the action scenes are justified because of the revenge story. So that's what, like, straight away they start with this killing in the wedding scene, and it establishes the motive for the protagonist. So she has to take revenge. She was going to be happy marrying a guy that she loves, but then she's like she's killed. Basically, they came to kill her, but somehow it got missed, and she's alive, and she gets a purpose. So she was destroyed. I mean, her happiness, future happiness, was destroyed. So she has made sure that she's going to take revenge everyone who's involved. Right. And that's why the action scene is justified. If you show someone a particular action scene from Kill Bill, they'll not believe what is this stupid shit. But when you watch it along with the story, you're gonna be supporting that character. And yeah, it's a very good action scene. You would root for it. Yeah, so Kill Bill is also my favorite. Mad Max, I have checked out only trailers, and I think it's a superhero movie, right? It's part of DC
Oh,
universe.
no, no, no. It's not part of any DC or Marvel universe.
Okay.
It's a series though. Like there were movies that were made in 1980. It is like post-apocalyptic times where the world has like ended, and there are like few people, and water is their biggest resource. Whoever
Okay.
has the water, he is controlling the whole earth. It is the concept is like that.
Okay.
Okay, so in Fury Road, what happens is like there is this guy, there's a tribe, and this guy is like a dictator, and he controls the water, and everybody has to follow him. If he doesn't follow, nobody gets water to drink or anything. Okay, so that's how. Then we have one hero where that is
Philip.
Tom Hardy, and he tries to like break into that or something. Even I forgot the story. It's been a long time, but I really love the action sequences.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, basically the props, like the vehicles and whatever the set itself is like very beautiful. Like it's all custom made. You wouldn't have imagined something can be done like that. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's all real.
yeah.
That's what mind blowing.
Yeah. Great. I should
Just
watch.
watch the YouTube documentary that they have on how they made that. It's
Uh,
interesting.
Probably I should watch it soon. Maybe this weekend. A lot of movies I miss out actually. Okay. So any other points do you want to talk about your favorite action movie? So we have Kill Bill, Mad Max, and Matrix, guys. I think most of you, if you're a Hollywood fan, you would have watched a couple of movies in this list. But if you're not, these are good recommendations: Kill Bill, Mad Max, and The Matrix. The first part. Yeah. So if you don't have any other points, we can go to the next question. So again, you would be knowing. I think most of us would have watched some movies from this director's list. So from the movies that you watched, just let us know which is your favorite movie of this particular director. So we have 3 directors shortlisted for that. First is Quentin Tarantino, and second one is Christopher Nolan, and third one is Martin Scorsese. So we'll start with Quentin Tarantino. First, you try to recollect how many movies you watched, and then you try to pick a favorite of his. We'll start with Akshay this time.
Okay. I wanted to share my screen.
Yeah,
Can
you
I do
can
that?
share. Hope does
The
not
host has
contain.
disabled screen sharing.
Oh, I
You
can
need to enable
enable.
it.
Where to enable it?
Okay, it's fine otherwise. I think you need to go into the Zoom and like, then
Or
change it.
can you send the link? I'll share the screen and I'll open that link.
No, no. You need to enable it in Zoom.
Hmm.
That's fine. I think I will go ahead with my recommendation. Okay. Like
No, no.
when
You
it comes to
the link whichever you want to share, you can just send it to me. I'll share it in. I'll share it and display
okay,
to you. Yeah, because it will. I don't know where is this setting.
okay. So it's okay. I'm sending it to you in chat. Yeah.
Hmm. Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Let me just open it and then I'll share. Hope you are actually seeing the live stream parallelly because I feel kind of odd talking to you without video. Because in live stream you can see me, but the problem is there'll be a 5-second delay. And let me share the screen now. Right, Firefox. Okay. Oh shit, man. I think I need to restart.
Hey, it's fine.
Do you know where the settings to allow participants to.
Uh, I think yeah. Go to that. Yeah, screen share
Okay.
and or maybe yeah. I think Bhargav, like
Not
I
sure.
I use Zoom. Yeah, that's fine. I think I just wanted to show you these two movies
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can
when it
show
comes
it to
to
the viewers what you need me to show. So you can just talk. Keep talking and
yeah,
I'll just show that link, whatever you sent, I'll show it to the viewers.
yeah. Actually, I think when it comes to Tarantino movies, like most of the people they know Pulp Fiction or like Kill Bill or something, right? So, but I think this movie not many people might be knowing, and
Okay.
this is called Grindhouse.
Okay.
That proof. So grindhouse is a genre of movies. Okay, like for example, you have it in Hindi also, like some B grade movies where it'll be more sexualized, and also there will be some horror movies. So this type of movies in America they call it that genre as grindhouse.
Okay.
So this movie made as a homage for that genre.
Made as a.
They're like a homage
Okay, okay, okay.
homage to
Homage, yeah, okay.
uh, this genre. Okay.
Okay.
So Tarantino directed. There are two movies in this. The movie name is Grindhouse, and there are two movies in that movie. Okay, and one of the movies is called Death Proof, and this is directed by Tarantino.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the other
So
movie?
this
Yeah.
it's called I forgot the name. Wait, one second. I'm just opening. I think you can find it in that link. Grindhouse.
Grindhouse presents Death Proof. I have opened that link. And the other one is Jackie Brown, is it?
No, not Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is another movie.
Okay.
Planet Terror. Okay, Planet Terror. There are actually two, three movies in that. The Grindhouse is the movie, and in that there are three, four stories. Like Pulp Fiction, and they're like completely independent. And this one movie in that is directed by Tarantino.
Okay.
This is called Death Proof. And they showed actually some they like how in that movie, like in that genre of movie, you will also have trailers of upcoming movies.
Oh.
Okay. So, have you heard of the movie called Machete?
No, it's a weapon, right, basically?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
But it is a movie also. Okay,
Yeah, I
like
mean, I wanted to get the meaning. Yeah. Okay. There's a movie on it. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So they did a trailer in that, and people liked it so much that they made it into a feature film in future.
Okay.
You know, it was just made as a trailer for that movie but everybody liked it and they wanted it to be made as a movie, and they finally made that as a feature film.
Okay.
So that was it is very good actually. You should watch it. Not many people know about this Tarantino movie.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, actually,
The
I do not know. Actually, this is an eye opener. I haven't come across these movies, and Tarantino has directed these movies. I didn't know.
Yeah. So even I watched some like 1 or 2 years back.
Okay.
I really liked it. Like the other guy who has directed along with him in that movie is Robert Rodriguez. So he is also like he has the second story. He directs the second story in that movie.
Okay.
And it's like complete entertainer. Like there is horror. There's like some zombies coming in one of the stories. So it's all like bullshit if you see the logic, right? But it is like the movie genre is like that. You
Okay.
might have watched some low B grade movies, right? In Hindi also there are some. So basically they will show some ghost
This is
and some
before, yeah, before Reservoir Dogs, I guess.
yeah. I'm not sure about the timeline. It was released in 2016, so it's very recent. I think it is after Reservoir Dogs.
Which one? Jackie Brown.
No, not Jackie Brown. Death Proof.
Death Proof. But Death Proof is released in 2007. Okay, yeah.
2016. Yeah.
So, yeah, I see it is. I see in
Oh,
Google.
2007.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see
For
in Google
streaming, it was.
it's 2007.
Yeah, 2007. Right.
Yeah. So this is your
So
favorite movie, is it, from Tarantino?
no, this is one of the movies I wanted to highlight because if I
Okay.
say favorite movie, that's like Jackie Brown.
Okay.
But most of the people might have already seen that movie, right? Like I wanted to highlight something which not many people would have seen,
Okay.
which has come from. Yeah. So my favorite Tarantino movie is Jackie Brown. Have you watched Jackie Brown?
No, actually, I told you, na, these are all eye opener. I have never come across these movies. I should watch
Uh-huh.
it. Actually, a couple of, I think 2 or 3 movies I have not watched from his list. This
Uh-huh.
Hateful Eight,
Hey.
and
Uh-huh.
yeah, Death Proof, Jackie Brown. I'm coming to here now, so I'll make sure I'll watch it. Reservoir
Okay.
Dogs, we watched it. Django Unchained, we watched. Inglorious Bastards, we watched. So Pulp Fiction is done. Kill Bill is done. So these 2 movies I haven't watched. So it's a good recommendation, guys. So we have 2 movies from Tarantino, which many people or most of the crowd would not be knowing. Grindhouse Presents, Death Proof, and Jackie Brown. Thanks to Akshay, we have come across these movies, and even I have not come across these movies. So it's a good recommendation. Thank you, Akshay. You want to add anything further?
Yeah. So if you had seen Jackie Brown, I wanted to ask you like what is your favorite scene, but But I think I don't want to spoil anything further. Like probably you should watch it and then we can discuss again about this movie.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for the recommendation, guys. I'm highlighting again because these are all good recommendations. Jackie Brown and Grindhouse present Death Proof from Quentin Tarantino. I make sure I'll watch it and I'll review it in our channel in one of the Fridays episode. Before we go to Barkov, there's a question from the live audience. What do you think about Avatar 2 trailer compared to Avatar 1? It's from Venom. He's a, what do you say? Hey, I'm not able to hear your voice. I think you're on mute, Akshay.
No. Was there a question for me?
It's a question for us. So I've told that we'll take questions and we'll try to answer. So this was one question
Right.
posted by Venom. So
Uh,
it's like, what do you think of Avatar 2 trailer compared to Avatar 1?
It's actually, I like the Avatar 2 trailer. Of course, there are a lot of technical advances that have gone during that Avatar 1 and Avatar 2, right? So the visual effects were actually very good. And I have very high expectation for Avatar 2 actually. So I think it'll be a blockbuster. So yeah.
Bhargav, any inputs?
But you want to add something?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it will become a blockbuster because I even like the trailer and I'm waiting. I like this special shot where they are inside the water, he's swimming and he's just touching the, you know, the end of the water, and there's a shot. It's so good. I was just watching it again and again. So you have to. I'm just waiting.
Cool.
And I think that was the first 3D also, right, for us.
Avatar. Is it?
Avatar 1, I mean.
That was first 3D?
For me, I mean, as a full-fledged movie, that was
Okay.
the first 3D movie.
Okay.
And it made like, what, 1,200 crores at that time? I don't know, probably more, but it was the highest grosser also, right?
Correct. It still is the highest crossing. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
just waiting for 2.
Okay. I don't have anything to add. Actually, you guys have answered. So thank you for the question, Venom, and we'll continue. We have only 10 minutes. It's a free meeting.
Yeah.
So
Right.
quickly, Bhargav, who's your? What's your favorite movie from Quentin Tarantino?
Apart from Kill Bill, it will be Django Unchained.
Kill Bill?
Sorry, I told Kill Bill. So if not that, then it will be Django Unchained.
No, you have to pick one. Which is your most favorite?
Kill Bill. Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. Okay. So anything you want to add? Why it is? You have mostly most of the
Again,
points.
it was one of its kind, right?
Yeah.
So everybody thinks of such topics, but probably due to some reason they won't make it or they can't make it. So it was a totally new thing when we saw, right? It was commercial and also it was artistic. It had a lot of things which I liked.
Okay.
So and also if you think in his perspective, I see why he is so passionate.
Okay. Cool. For me, it was definitely Pulp Fiction because till then it was a linear narration in most of the movies. If you see, there would be some flashback, but the most traditional and what was followed, the trend was it's a linear screenplay, and there would be some flashback, obviously. And we have seen detective films like Chinatown, and most of the movies that are critically acclaimed, if you see and notice, you will have a detective perspective, like somebody's going after something, trying to uncover something. So those all great films have such kind of detective perspective, and it's mostly, as I said, linear flow of events, or you'll have some particular flashback, one or two. But when I watched this movie, I'm not sure how actually people felt when it was released. If you read the Wikipedia, you see that after 2 or 3 years, it had this cult following. So when I watched this movie, even I haven't watched any movie that it didn't had. That it didn't had any non-linear narration. So when I watched this, you have to work your brain to understand the movie. Okay, first scene is this, and then it immediately jumps to another flow, and it happens something, and it's like edge of the seat, right? So today I just heard this somewhere in a YouTube video, The movie should make the audience, what do you say, imbibe in the present moment. They shouldn't be thinking what happened before in the scene, what is going to happen after the scene. They shouldn't be allowed think these things, past or future. They should be so engrossed on the present scene and occupied. They should be never allowed to think about what happened before the scene and what happened. So that's the kind of thing you see in that movie, Pulp Fiction. So it's a one scene comes and you're so what do you say, impressed by that scene, and it goes off, and next scene comes again, you're impressed. So you're not able to, like, you have to finally, when you are connecting the dots, oh yeah, this scene leads to that. So they were actually talking about what all happened in this coffee and that coffee shop first scene. So that's actually the climax scene. Right? So that's the climax setup, opening in the opening scene. So I was mind blown because of this non-linear flow. Nobody has ever done that. That's why it became a cult classic. And music, basically, in Quentin Tarantino movies, there's always be music. So without music, it's also a technique, right? You think of the music before you actually shoot the movie. So that's why Pulp Fiction is I don't know why it became cult fiction. Cult classic. For me, as I said, I have been watching movies which are linear. I can understand easily, and I could connect it easily. But this is like, okay, this is how you should make a movie. You should not only make your audience watch the movie, but should make them think, and also make them not think about the present and past, but only about the current scene that is going on in the screen. So that was something. So if you have to do such things, you need to work around the characters. Think about the filmmaking aspects of it. How do you come up with such kind of scenes, right? So you want your audience to be present only in the present scene. You don't want to think them in the past or future scene. So thrillers are different. So thrillers, you will be like wondering what's going to happen next. But here it's like, okay, something is going to happen. Let's finish this scene. Especially time bomb scenes. If you see in Inglorious Bastards, so she's getting close. That theater owner, that lady, who's actually a Jew, but she's getting close with the commanders of Hitler's, and she's like very nervous that she shouldn't be identified as Jew, and she dresses up, and especially this dinner scene where she's really nervous. And yeah, such kind of scenes, time bomb scenes, are plenty of scenes in Tarantino movies. So that's why I loved Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction was just, even if you see one scene, it will be a movie. So it's a collection of different movies, I would say, Pulp Fiction. You can actually take out one scene, and if you watch it separately, it's going to be a movie. And you want to watch the movie because of that scene. Any scene from that movie, if you watch it, you're going to end up watching the movie because it's interesting. All the scenes are interesting. So that's the reason for me, Pulp Fiction is my favorite from him. And definitely, yeah, for a movie maker like me, I definitely want to make a movie like Pulp Fiction. So it's like a dream list. Yeah, we have around 4
Which
minutes.
is your favorite scene?
Huh?
Yeah, which is your favorite scene in that movie?
Favorite scene? Let me think. Yeah, when Bill, I think, what's his name? Die Hard hero.
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis jumps, I think, breaks into a home, and Vincent, I guess, right? Vincent was using the bathroom, I guess. So Bruce Willis is checking out the home, and suddenly Vincent comes out of the restroom and he shoots him. That's my favorite
Yeah,
scene.
yeah.
So that actually, if you see why it's my favorite, he's been portrayed as a terrifying and calm villain. Okay, Samuel Jackson is aggressive, and this guy is calm
Yeah.
but lethal. And he cools down Samuel Jackson, and he's also like as intimidating as Samuel Jackson, but in a different way. And such a highly developed villain and a main character. What do you think is the main character? To be killed in such a fashion was a joke, actually. So that's why it's my favorite scene.
Yeah, actually, you are right. Like, even for me, one of the most favorite movies of Tarantino's is Pulp Fiction, I have to say, because as you said, every like scene, like
Yeah.
it is showing so many things. You cannot say it is one movie. Like, it is like so many movies put together. And for me, my favorite scene is the burger scene, where he says the big kahuna burger, like that is like, always when I have time, I just watch that scene. And it is like so nice. it is like so terrifying. He's being so calm, and the guy who's eating the burger is like terrified. And he says, "Can I take a small bite?" And he ends up eating everything, right? It's so intimidating. So I really love this scene.
Yeah, I can watch it 100 times, I guess, that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, another important thing that I have to say, both of them know, but to audience. So, Death by Chocolate is going to be the next big picture for MWM movies. So it is. I'm trying to make it like Pulp Fiction. Let's see how it turns out. Yeah, but I'm really excited to make this movie. And actually, I can announce that Akshay is playing the lead role, and Bhargav is another supporting character, almost close to lead role. So yeah, probably we'll start the shooting next month, guys. And I'm happy to announce that. Yeah. Any last
Looking forward
points?
to it.
Yeah. Thank you. Any last points, guys? We had one question and we answered them.
Yeah, this session was good. That is my last point.
Yeah, I didn't know
Actually,
the.
MaddiE,
Yeah.
this is the 200th video, and this is a special occasion for you. And thanks for inviting us, like for this
Yeah,
special
very,
occasion.
very.
Yeah, it
And
happened
yeah,
coincidentally. Yeah.
this was my first live stream, and I was a little nervous. So, but now I feel so comfortable talking to you. So
Yeah,
that's good.
actually, you
Thanks
know
for
what?
inviting.
You know what? Before I want to, I mean, before beginning the live, I wanted to tell you guys, okay, let's talk like casual friends. Let's not be conscious that we are in live, but we have done that, I guess. Yeah. Final words. Thank you so much for joining, guys, Bhargav and Akshay, and thank you, Venom, for posting a good question. And there is
Thanks,
one
Venom.
more. Yeah, Ashik Joshua, you said yo, hi. And four of us, I mean, we have 4 viewers. That's really good for the first episode.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. And there are a lot of spam messages in the chat. Please ignore them. And yep, with a high note, thank you so much for Bhargav and Akshay. Thank you so much for joining. Probably we should do it in a different platform, not Zoom anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do Meets. We'll probably try Google Meets or something.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Happy weekend.
Bye bye.
Happy Friday.